Welcome back to the broadcast. The Education Quality Improvement Project, EQUIP, has provided some 30 laptop devices to visually impaired students and special education teachers on the island. 16 secondary school students who are visually impaired, as well as 14 teachers from the country's special needs schools, will benefit from the initiative.
On November 24, 2020, the Education Quality Improvement Project, EQUIP, handed over 130 tablets to the special education sector of the Department of Education with the promise of laptops to teachers. That promise has been rationalized, and now these laptop devices have been handed over to teachers and students in the sector. Marie Grace Auguste is the project coordinator for EQUIP.
Because of this COVID-19 pandemic, we have to recognize that even in the supply chain of our laptops, there was a little glitch because the suppliers, the overseas suppliers, could not get the parts that they required to put into the laptops. But at least they're here, they're fully delivered. And so we are here to make those transfers to the end users.
Chief Education Officer Dr. Fiona Philip Meyer says the laptops will greatly improve the delivery of education to the students.
Based on all the information I've received, the software is going to help turn text into voice, so much so that we know that it's not only about Braille, which is a very important skill to learn, but with the advent of the internet, students are able to actually look at the text with the software that they have and get the voice for it. So that is really, really a powerful thing to be able to access so much more. So let me congratulate the team. Let me thank them on behalf of all of us educators for empowering our students, investing in our students' improvement, and ensuring that their skills are even further.
Education Officer for Special Education Dale Saint-Just says the schools which cater to special education students have already set up their online platforms for these students.
One area of deficit for many of them is the availability of devices for the teachers. We have done a very careful examination of the situation and assessment of the needs, and these devices are going to persons who have needs. And we know that the laptops will be used in the service of the education of our students. So we are very grateful for this opportunity.
The initiative is being funded through grant funding from the Caribbean Development Bank. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
The economic outlook for the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union remains uncertain as the recent spike in the number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in key source markets and some member countries is undermining the prospects for the recovery of tourism and growth in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union. The disclosure came in a communique following the 98th meeting of the ECCB's Monetary Council. Chairman of the Monetary Council, Prime Minister Timothy Harris, elaborated.
That being said, the rollout of vaccines in these source markets and the arrival of vaccine in the ECCU member countries is seen as a positive development. Having considered the Governor's report on monetary credit and financial conditions in the currency union, the Council decided on the following. A, to maintain the minimum savings rate at 2%, and B, maintain the discount rate at 2% for short-term credit, and C, temporarily reduce the interest rate for long-term credit to 3.5% down from the hitherto 6.5%. In the face of the largest growth shock on record, occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic, the Monetary Council considered the ECCB's recommendation to adjust the date for attainment of a debt-to-GDP ratio of 60%. The Council therefore approved the extension of the target date from 2030 to 2035.
The 98th meeting of the Monetary Council of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank was held on the 12th of February 2021 via video conference. In other news, physical work has officially commenced on the Cul-de-sac Bridge reconstruction project under the ambits of the Ministry of Infrastructure, Ports, Energy and Labour. Novita Emmanuel Green tells us more.
Financed through a $37 million Eastern Caribbean dollars grant from the government of Japan, this transformative project is taunted as a gesture of goodwill and friendship between Japan and St. Lucia. This project will help strengthen key infrastructure while stimulating economic activity in St. Lucia at a time of global crisis. As part of the project's first phase, construction has commenced on a detour road, and the St. Lucia Electrical Services Limited, Lucelec, has also begun utility relocation. Upon completion of the project, the new cul-de-sac bridge will reduce bridge closure due to flooding and stabilize the volume of transportation by widening and lengthening the existing bridge. Additionally, it is expected to strengthen socio-economic development and make the arterial road more resilient against natural disasters. The Department of Infrastructure wishes to assure citizens that the construction of the new bridge in cul-de-sac is being undertaken by international experts at global standards, and the department will maintain supervision and oversight during all phases of execution. A project launch will be held shortly to symbolize official commencement of St. Lucia's recommitment to its long-standing diplomatic relations with Japan. Government expresses its gratitude to the Japan International Cooperative Agency for supporting the future advance of St. Lucia by providing grant funding for this vital infrastructure project. Reporting for the Hot 7 News, I am Novita Emmanuel Green.
Stay with the broadcast because after the break, we have the latest weather update.